Blessings, blessings. I'm sorry, guys. I really said I might have to take that video and redo it. I'm gonna leave up the one here, but I had to redo that video because I wanted to make sure I came through clear, and my bloopers, I think I threw myself off a little bit. So we're gonna try this one again. Welcome to Conversing with Conita. I just like to thank all my subscribers, all my people that come through faithfully, leaving comments and asking requests. I love to do the videos when you guys are requesting something or a specific topic or something. So, but today we're going to talk about dreading the narc's presence. Dreading the narc's presence. You know, so basically, like I said in the first video, it can be that, you know, you're the person that stays home and you take care of everything, and the narc goes out for work and everything. And, you know, the narc is like pretty much on a scheduled time where they leave every day for work at a certain time, and they come home every day for work. And you're lucky if you get one of those. Well, I guess you're not lucky, kind of unlucky if you got that one that's always on time. Because of this video, you're going to find out why. But they stick to a schedule. I mean, it's mostly like those old narcs that just stuck in their ways. They're not the young narc they used to be, so they can't just go out there and just turn up. So they they bring their tired old raggedy ass home every day at the same time. And, you know, you might have, 8-9 hours, you know, at home getting things together. And that's like your peaceful time when the narc is at work or whatever. But you know, when the time is ticking, that clock is getting to 6 o'clock, when you know that narc is going to be walking through the door, you're dreading hearing those footsteps come up the stairs, and you're dreading hearing the key coming to the door. So your anxiety, your blood pressure, and everything is all up. You got the kids all together and things, and, you know, make sure they're calm and quiet, and you have the food ready, and, you know, some of the times maybe narc just comes in right away and, you know, eat their dinner, go plop their big old ass in front of the television or whatever, not saying anything, and you're like, whoo, just happy they're not going to say anything. You try not to even have conversation with the narc, because they're going to try to find a way to turn that into some type of argument, because that's what they do. They feed and live off being evil and making someone miserable. That is what they do. They somehow in their life, whether they were a small child or a teenager, something happened to them, and now their whole adult life is about making someone pay for whatever it was that traumatically happened. Oh, is that a word? Whatever trauma that happened to them that caused them to be a narc, that they decided to sign on this contract with Satan to make everybody's life miserable because of what they've been through. So you definitely be dreading when they have off days, because now they're there all day and you're just trying to stay out of their way, hoping that it's not going to be anything. But you're sitting there when it's times that you know they're gone, or they're giving you the silent treatment. You're just enjoying it. You're just enjoying the silence, and you're at peace for that moment. This is how the narc always tend to keep you there longer, because what they would do is, it's like hot and cold water. They'll give you some good days, and they might do it back to back, and they might do it back to back on purpose, where they'll give you these good days where you're thinking like, okay, this is normal. Maybe, you know, he'll keep this up, or she'll keep this up. And next thing you know, back to where they started. And then it'll be days of that. Then they'll calm down. Then they right back. Then they'll calm down. So this is how some people end up staying in the relationship longer than they want to, because of those hot and cold days that the narcs have. So it can even also be the narc boss, like you dreading to go to work because you know this particular manager or supervisor is going to be at work that day versus the one that you like. So you can't get through your work day or enjoy your work for the day, because you're going to be there. You're going to be there at the same time that this narc supervisor is going to be there. So you're ducking and dodging, trying not to, encounter them and get your work done, so they don't have anything to say to you. As soon as work time is over, you're running out the door because you know that they're going to stop you, try to ask you to do something off the clock, or do some extra work, or critique something you know that you've done right. So you're just dreading being around, or you even dread listening to their damn voice. You even dread that. Or you might have some narcs that, they're gone for a long period of time because they're traveling for work, which they love that, so they can go out there and really do what they want to do up in them hotel rooms, okay? And you might have a whole beautiful week where the narc is, gone out of town for work or whatever, and you're living this normal life. You're having a happy time while the narc is away. You and the kids are having fun. You're doing things that you normally don't get a chance to do because the narc is there. But then when the narc comes back, it's back to hell. Everything has to go back to hell. The kids are all depressed and they don't understand. Or they might even ask, like, well, why do we always have to go to our room when mommy or daddy comes home? And you just try to tell them so you can be like, trying to make them as comfortable and make their life as normal as can be, because you're trying to make sure that they don't actually get the brunt of all the abuse. So you might tell them to go to their room or go outside so they don't pretty much see 100% of what's going on when you're with this narc. So you're dreading when they're around. You truly dread when they're around. But let me say this. Now think about the times then when they're not around. That peace of mind, that sanity, that quiet time, or the me time that you have, or the time that you have to do things that you never get a chance to do. Imagine that. Now imagine that forever. Because I know that some people that dread that narc coming home, they be thinking like, forgive me, Lord, but I'm trying. But I'm going to speak the truth. Some people even get to the point where they be like, I hope that MO don't even come home. I hope that MO get ran over by a bus. They just be praying anything happen where this person don't even come home. But here comes that key in the lock, and now you triggered all over again because they didn't get hit by the bus. They back home. But back to what I was saying. Imagine that time by yourself that you enjoyed, and the narc is really not coming back. Whether you discarded the narc or the narc discarded you, but they're gone out of your life. A lot of people tend to not give up these relationships because they're hoping that they can get whatever it was good that they got from the narc, and they can fix it, and the narc can go back to being that person. Or the narc might be good one moment and good for a few days, and you're thinking like, see, I knew that good person was in there, but they go right back to what you hate about them, right back to it. So that's how you have some of these people that's sticking in there so long with them until you get to that moment that you are just fed up. You don't want to have to wake up every single day dreading when the narc drag their old raggedy ass up out the bed, making all that noise and grumping and hollering because they got to go to work with the narc boss. So every time the narc boss comes down on them, guess who they're going to come home and take it out on? You. They're going to come home and take it out on you. It even get to the point you don't even work at the damn job. And you hoping like, well, I hope that narc boss ain't there today. I hope it's the one that he likes or the one she likes, so I don't have to hear it. What kind of life is that? What kind of life is that, being somebody's punching bag for abuse in every type of way? Mentally, spiritually, financially, sexually, emotionally, all these type of ways. What kind of life is that to live? So if you're thinking that you enjoying this 1-2 minute or moments when they're not there, imagine living that for good without them being there. That's all it takes, is just done. Be done. Otherwise, you're going to have to wake up every single day dreading the narc's presence. Dreading it. I said this in the first video and I want to repeat it, so this video is a keeper for sure. But think about when you was like 12 or 5th, 6th grade or whatever, you had a crush on a female, you had a crush on a guy, and in your kid mind, you're fantasizing and you're thinking like, oh, we're gonna grow up, we're gonna get married, we're gonna have a nice house with a white picket fence, we're gonna have kids, and you're just in puppy love thinking about this whole future with this little boy or this little girl that you have a crush on, not knowing that is going to be one of many that you will encounter in your life that you would date or, be with or have some type of relationship with. So what makes you think you cannot still have that when you're not with a narc? You don't want to have your whole life consist of, I could have had this, or I could have been there, or I could have did this, or I could have had her or him, but I wasted my whole entire life with this person. I remember having relationships that I was happy that it was over, and some that I didn't want over. But then, now that, where I'm at right now, and I go back, or I might have went back, or I might have ran into, or somebody might have updated me on somebody that I used to be with, and they are still exactly where they were when we were together. So imagine if I'd have stayed and stuck through a relationship with one of them, I would still be right there where we started from. Instead of enjoying life, traveling, seeing things, getting to know people, learning skills, trying different that, venturing out over here, venturing out over there, because I did not let one person tie me down to this lifestyle that wasn't meant for me. You being with a narc and the lifestyle that they're giving you and the life that they are forcing you to live is not what you want. So why in the hell would you stay there when you have all this opportunity of a better life without them? Even if you got into another relationship or not, it doesn't matter. You're doing it without them. Don't hold back opportunity in a great life trying to please somebody that can never be pleased, trying to fix someone that can never be fixed. God had children, and so did Satan. We ain't have anybody ever pleased Satan. We ain't have Satan ever did anything good for anyone. Even those that do get blessed by Satan, it always comes with a price. They might be happy at the moment. Whatever it was they got, they might be happy at the moment. But at the end of it, they're going to pay for it. So why do you have to be the one that pays for it with them? They signed that contract. Stop dreading waking up every day next to a person that you cannot live with, that do not love you, do not respect you, do not care anything about you or your children. It's actually getting time that we don't have that much time left. We don't have that much time left. So do you really want to waste the time that you have now on this earth for a demon? For a creature? I know some, this is a true story. I know a lady that be happy when he go over there and trick off with the new supply, because she's so glad that he ain't there with her, and hope that he stays over there with the new supply. But he always eventually comes back home. Every time they fall out with the new supply, they always come right back to you. They're always looking for something new. They're always looking for a supply. Narcs wake up, eat, sleep, and go to the bathroom thinking about supply. You're just a filler. You're just there to fill the spot until they think they found something better. Then they're going to get rid of you. But don't even wait for that. If you're already unhappy, don't even wait for that. Don't even wait for that. Because it's coming. It's coming. Or if they get to the point they so damn old and raggedy they can't get anything else, and you are the best supply because you're the only one that's going to deal with their crap, then they're never going to leave. They're never going to leave. You literally are going to be sitting there waiting for them to die and hope that you have a few good years after that to live your life. Is it really worth it? Is it really worth dreading living day to day with someone that is so evil, unbearable, unlovable, unhappy, untamed? Is it really, really worth it? Living with something like that. Your peace is your peace, and the only one that deserves the peace that you deserve, and the only one that's going to give you the peace that you deserve is you. Is you. So I'm gonna end that. I didn't say exactly the same things, but I still made the same point on this retake video on dreading the narc's presence. I'm telling you, I've been there. Well, I was just so like, I wish you do not come back. The only time I actually felt good about, you know, that I didn't have to deal with the narc coming back, because I said, get the hell out my house, because it was my house. They were literally moving your house with no money, no job, no anything, and try to take over, rearrange, and control everything in somebody else's crib, not knowing that at one point that person might get tired of them, and they would still risk that just to be a narc. Just to be a narc. But don't let nobody bring your life down to their level, because we wasn't born here to be someone's footstool, somebody's slave, somebody's animal, because that's what a narc think you are when you're dealing with them. They have no respect for you when you are allowing them to abuse you. They start to respect you when you tell them no more, and you done. You're done. Live your life for yourself, especially if you have children. Don't raise them up in that type of environment. Don't do it to them. I don't care if it's the real mother or the real father. Don't do it to them. Don't do it to them at all. Do not program them to have tolerance dealing with a dreadful ass person, so that they grow up doing the same exact thing. Break that curse. I'd like to thank everybody that comes in and watch my videos. I appreciate you guys that comment and leave messages or helping out other people on the page. Please subscribe. Help your girl make the channel grow, trying to reach my goal. And I hope that this video helps someone. That's why I had to come back and do it again, because I had so many bloopers. And some of my bloopers do make sense, but it took me off the topic a little bit. But forgive me. This is the redo. God bless you guys. See you in the next one.